There we go. All right. Hey, Walking Dead heads. You know how it goes. So, thanks for joining us tonight. We are talking The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 23.
Oh,
penultimate series finale, almost. And so we got some news, teasers, and speculation about what's to come for you. This is The Broken Dead. And I'm Dylan.
Hi, I'm Quin.
And tonight we've got a little extra toasting going on. As well as, I mean, it's a slice of cobbler, so I'm prepared. Actually, my daughter made that, so I have to eat it because she's ready to serve it right now. Because, you know, that's apparently how it works. So, anyways, thanks for joining us, whether you're new to the ride or just new to the show or returning for the ride, whatever.
What a moment to get into the show.
Yeah. Strong drink. Had a sip. And hope that you will join us live next week for the finale episode of The Walking Dead. Holy crap. So please like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you know when we drop new videos, when we go live, and all that fun stuff, because we do other other content as well. Yeah. We do other content as well. And don't forget to check out that website at www.broken.pictures.
Maybe this was a bad
no.com. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just in my head. I only had a sip, I swear. But it was strong. So yeah, special notes. There's a bourbon that's like doing a Walking Dead edition. So we're giving it a shot, literally. Quin made us the Showdown drink from their website. Could not find the Walking Dead edition, so we got the regular. Yeah. Showing the. Yeah. this is our label cover for it.
and I've looked. We looked high and low, and not even the guy in the back alley had this one. It's like
he's the guy that's always, hey, you want to buy a watch? That guy, nope. Anyway, I mean, it's sold out.
Sold out.
When you did find it, it was sold out. That's a good problem.
So,
you know, because nobody watches The Walking Dead anymore.
We all hide in caves and wait till we find one like ourselves, and then we will rally. Yeah, well,
good job, Bri.
Good job on the pie. Yes, it was good. But yeah,
no glass.
No glass.
She actually broke a glass like near the pie, so we're no glass.
No glass. That's the slogan for 2022. No glass.
Stick around. Might be an interesting episode.
Y'all, I don't want to go to the hospital tonight.
All right. Yes. I hope you guys had a happy Halloween last week.
Yep. Because now we're starting to head right into full bring holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
So let us all be
the nightmare before Christmas.
Well, yes.
I will. I'll watch it
all the time. Shay doesn't like it.
Really? I love it.
And I'm my odd country goth wife. I don't understand it, so it's fine. So, yeah.
All the stuff she likes. She loves horror stuff.
Yeah.
So,
it's fine.
Supernatural, all that.
So, she and I will debate this later because we always do every time it gets brought up. So, it's But you know, if you're still around, you're still around now, then that means it's time for the spoiler alert. In this episode of The Broken Dead, we'll be talking about The Walking Dead, episode 23 of season 11. We had one left to go, folks.
Wow.
Yep. If you haven't watched this, pause that. Go watch that. And then if a baby's crying, leave it because it's not time for that.
Sad.
It is also sad. But unless you want to be spoiled, stick around. If not, still stick around anyway. You'll enjoy the show.
Hey, listen!
That sound too. Season 11, Episode 23, Family. A swarm approaches the city. And shit goes down real quick, real fast.
They fuck shit up.
Yeah, real deal. Like, events just start to happen.
Unwind, unravel. Climbers.
Yo.
People be all dying, I guess. I don't. We don't
Like-
know yet.
So, what would you rate the episode before we...
Holy crap balls! Did they wait to pull everything out right now? That's what she said. So,
Damn.
man, yeah, this is they turned it up to 11, so I've got to respect that.
You gotta respect
It's
it.
got to be an 11.
It's an 11. Yeah, it's an 11 jaw drops for me. They've genuinely made my jaw drop twice in this
Yeah?
episode. Yeah.
Man,
And I was like,
it's
all right.
it's 10, 11 lefties for me.
So, yeah, so the vignette at the beginning wasn't real. It was kind of a bit of everybody. It was Judith, and, you know, I saw the weapons getting grabbed out the box. And it was...
Everybody's dying, so I need to put on my plot armor.
Because
Excuse me.
if you have the hat, you are safe. Like, he wears the hat. The walker's like, they're wearing the hat. We cannot touch them. What do you mean they are wearing the truest plot armor?
They smell of grimes.
The Grimes house. The demon has returned.
In the annals of hell, the name of Grimes echoes these halls.
Judith, I guess I'm a Grimes too. Which I
guess. Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
she's...
I mean, Rick was at the end. He was like, "I know she's not my daughter." But
I know she's not.
sorry, dude.
But, yeah.
Like RJ is the one true Grimes. I mean, if this was Game of Thrones, then she would not
She'd
have a
be-
right to the throne.
She'd be at it, fam. There'd be a whole civil war, you know, the dance of the dead. Oh, dang. Do I want this now?
She's the Joffrey.
Hold
No,
on
I
now.
wouldn't go that far. I
Okay.
wouldn't go that far.
She's
she's the
Rhaenyra.
Oh, let's go new.
She's the Rhaenyra.
New.
Yeah.
Well, no, Rhaenyra is a true.
She's trueborn.
True blood, but the strong boys.
Oh, let's not talk how sad that is.
Strong boys.
She's a dang. That's depressing me. She's a strong.
They dying off like Grimes over here.
I die of white crap. Ow. Yeah. So it seemed like, I don't know if there's gonna be one for the beginning of next episode, because it seemed like this one was kind of the end.
I mean, maybe this is like Judith's swan song. I mean, because okay, not last, but in the comics, that was Rick that got shot by Sebastian.
Yep.
We hadn't had that.
Nope.
Did they just bump it a little and now it's Pamela
shooting,
killing off Judith?
I mean, potentially, but I mean, the way Sebastian did it, Sebastian showed up at Rick's place. Rick opened the door. Rick was like, "Huh, bah!" And then 2 days later, Carl comes in. And Rick's a walker. But yeah, so I mean, a Milton shooting a Grimes could be a thing, and that's just how they did it, and that's how we're gonna get the shot. Because like the walls are literally crumbling down.
Wow. How much
Yeah.
did you have?
Not the same amount as you, but
No. Did you have more?
I mean, I finished mine. I think it might be it. Did I eat today?
Uh-oh. Maybe that's it.
I mean,
We don't go out like we used to, Quinn. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. The walls are literally crumbling around her. Like when you had Mercer and her talking, Mercer was getting his low key like, "Yes, ma'am, but you know, folks been disappearing around here. That's all I'm saying. It's kind of weird." And she was just like,
Whatever do you mean, Marcel?
She's like, do your job. And then as soon as he walk out the room, watch him. I don't know what he up here thinking he doing. But this man up here trying to wild on somebody, and I ain't got time for it today. I'm trying to do my goddamn Darth Sidious.
Can't be going no Nick Cannon on me.
But yeah, so Mercer's last episode fully, I know what side I'm on. I know what I'm gonna do. I just gotta play nice until it's time for the other shoe to drop.
I guess you could say there's no mercy. Okay, that didn't flow out as easy as I thought it would. But you get the point.
We get it.
We're playing for keeps this time.
We're playing for keeps, and that's.
He still wants to save the city, so he's not trying to burn it to the ground like some people we know.
He's really not. No. Pamela up there, like, there are options and contingencies in place.
Save the estates. Of course you did. Of course you did. We knew who you were.
We're fully on, like, Pamela's showing her truest colors, and we're about to definitely get into some more eat the rich type of stuff. The folks who are outside were completely upset about the ruling for Eugene. So Eugene's speech, his words, really did hit. And everybody's like, this is unjust.
It's mightier than the sword, they say.
Yep. And for her to make the decision to just save the estates as this horde that she had created is coming in. And we found out a couple episodes or last episode that there are 50,000 people.
Yeah.
That live in the common
So,
world.
like you said, she created. So they were trying to
initiate martial law.
Yeah.
Using the horde.
Yeah. Bring the horde close enough to pose a threat, but be able, because they have full control. They thought they had full control over it, but you don't. How many times we know you don't play with the dead?
No.
You can't play with the dead.
You just can't.
They're going to climb your walls, and they're going to figure out a way to get you.
Because, don't know how big this horde is, but it seems like every 1 in 100 of a horde, every 1 in 100 walkers is one of these variants. And they ran. We saw 3 for sure.
Dude fell on the gate button.
If this ain't some horror movie zombie mess right here, I was like, yeah, dang, everybody finna catch one today.
Man, I swear, like, they just brought everything up a level. Like, the action, the inciting incidents, and everything in this episode. Like, I mean, from Daryl, like, throw the thing to Ezekiel and shooting it out of the air with Rick's gun over here.
Yep. And
man, the whole thing just got me excited.
Yeah, it was a lot. They're really doing it, because the last 2 episodes, you have no. If you're ever gonna do it, now's the time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, which does make me wonder, like, everybody. So you gotta know the difference between fans bitching and fans really not liking something, which is where I think Gimple got kind of blurred the lines and didn't understand the difference. I'm not saying I would have made the same choice or known the difference, but I'd hate to have been in his situation. But fans always complaining about Carl. I hate Carl. Oh my God, Carl. Blah, just stay in the house. All this stuff. It's like something that we enjoyed just bitching about, just complaining about. It was fun. Yeah. But we didn't want. Carl's the heart of the show. We didn't want to see Carl die. You know what I mean? So same with Judith. I mean, she's the new Carl, grown man Judith. Are you going to kill Judith, like, in these last moments? Are we going to do that again? Or are we just going to play with it? Because one of the things that Angela Kang mentioned was that they purposely tried to make Daryl carrying Judith look like Rick running with Carl when he was looking at the deer and got shot in season 2. And that's when they found Mag and everybody, right? Yeah. So they purposely tried to mirror that. So, I mean, if in the sake of remixing things, are they actually going to let her die? And this is just like, these little openings are just like her, signing off, or
saying goodbye.
Or is this actually just like, it's going to leave it open, and then we have a blackout and it goes to her and she's older and she's got a scar or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it could. We won't know for sure. I don't know how long the last episode's gonna be, but I feel like it has to be just bump it another 30 minutes.
I really hope it's like a longer episode because man, to just kind of slam everything into the last 2 episodes kind of feels cheap too.
Slightly rushed.
Yeah.
And we don't want to rush it, but I understand it may just be like we get it to the cliff and let it spill over, and then it falls into these other jars that end up being the other shows. But Negan and Ezekiel shared another moment where they kind of like talked everything through. Negan's like, "Yeah, you are better than me."
Yep. You know who was listening? Old Maggie.
Oh, Maggie.
Oh, new series partner.
Yep.
There is no we, Negan. There is no we. We know better.
We know.
We know you, Maggie.
Yep. So
We've read your tea leaves. We know what's coming.
your tea leaves. Yeah. And then them getting the train. It's really, I'm kind of excited. I don't know why I'm so excited about the trains.
It just broadens the world
Yeah.
in such a huge way because, I mean, okay, so there for a while it was like apocalyptic show and, you know, survival show and this man and his son, you know, and their family and trying to make it.
The modern world as we knew has fallen.
Yeah, and that was what was interesting because, sorry, my little thing is moving.
It's all good.
Because I remember pitching the show to other people and they're like, "Oh, it's just a zombie show." And it's like, no. This one is different. It just kind of takes place in a zombie show, but it's really like it's about this man's relationship with his son, you know.
Yeah.
And then all that changed, and they started spawning these societies, and it got really into like Western frontierism, you know, that kind of thing. And that, I think a lot of people fell off then because they were like, oh, they're safe. So what's the show about even, you know?
Yeah.
But it was you still had that core, and things would fall apart, and then they got kind of repetitive there for a while when they just like, oh no, it's a new thing that we have to fight, and you know the thing falls and we rebuild it, and and we just went through that again. And but even with that, where everything kind of fell away and they lost everything, that was a new refresh too. The kind of like when Angela Kang took over, and the kingdom fell and everything fell, and which was like right before she took over, I think.
Yeah.
And so then we kind of got back into more of the like existential threat of apocalypse and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And but now, you know, of course, there's a huge society, and so what that does, you're not just in frontierism, but you're also raising the stakes to the greater world, and with that, with the train showing up, like. It broadens it even more because we know other societies are out there. We know through fear and other things that there are other major cities.
Yep.
But we haven't seen them really.
Because it takes forever to get to them.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw, I'm going blank on the other show that was 2 seasons.
Oh, dang, Dylan.
Yeah, right?
World Beyond.
World Beyond, which is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
Which showed a whole different city and everything. Just kind of open the
lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. It was coming from a different angle completely, where you know they didn't really know the world outside at all, and
they still, for the most part, they still had a good chunk of technology.
Yeah, they're just living almost their lives. They just have zombies in the background.
Yeah.
That that they deal with. It's almost just like zoo animals. Like we know they're out there and they're dangerous, but they're not. They're not in my backyard, right?
Yeah.
So with the trains, it's really exciting because now we've got a mode of transportation that can lead directly to one of these other societies. And not just that, not just nearby, like in this little New England cove, but all over the world.
Yeah. Because
we know from Fear, you know, we saw Cali, we saw Mexico, we've seen Texas. There's... Of course, we know Eugene and Rosita and Abraham came from Texas. So we know that there are other people out there, and we're getting teases about Daryl's show they're filming in France. So like, are we going overseas? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening? And then with Tales of the Walking Dead, we kind of got more going on where, you know, there are still, it took place at different times, so there's still survivors like running around out there.
Tales of the Walking Dead is basically, in my head brain, if I were to like have to tell somebody about it, it's the side quests of Walking Dead. Like, that's straight up what it is. Because
They're experimenting with what the world can be.
yeah. And then from that, if something really catches on, then you just shoot off a fire. Just like how Star Wars Visions, they had all the different studios do their own like little short of a Star Wars story. 2 of them were popular enough that they said, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and put you in production, give you guys a season of a show, see what you can do."
Okay, I didn't know that.
So yeah, the one with the bunny girl, cannot think of the name of that one, is getting a show for sure.
It's been a little bit.
Yep, it's fine. We don't gotta talk about that. But yeah, and so that's like quite exciting because like the Continental Railroad goes far and wide. They can easily go Mexico and Canada and various places like that. So.
Yeah, and they could easily jump an episode and just have them be safe on the train and arrive at a new place.
Yeah.
Without having to deal with like, okay, how did they get there, and did did everyone survive? Because traveling is such a huge risk.
It's a detriment. Yeah.
A huge risk.
It's literally Oregon Trail with zombies. That's literally what it is. Oh. But yeah. So, and then like
don't you be dysentery. Cruz. Terry Crews.
But
bad.
Did it change?
It stuttered.
Okay. But what was I about to say? But literally, you can with a train like the shipping supplies across country. Trade is going to explode. Like 10 years from now, and the time if there's a time jump at the end of this next episode, which I hope there is, it's probably gonna look closer to like 1930s, 1950s, and like as far as the world, I mean the clothes will be closer to like modern day in like 2010, but as far as like the function of medicine being able to like ship parts, because say you have a factory that's missing a part here, but in Texas you have a factory that doesn't work but that part does, so you can move it over, and then now we have
I mean you've got fully functioning cities,
Yeah.
But then you've also got the interesting element of like train robbery,
which I'm down with.
Yeah.
Like train robbing with zombies. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Billy the Kid fighting zombies. Like, give me some of that.
Where's that movie? Abraham Lincoln, Billy the Kid. They didn't exist in the same point in time, but Abraham Lincoln, the vampire hunter Abraham Lincoln, meets Billy the Kid, who's a zombie slayer, who then meets, I don't know, names.
You better watch out because this is going on the internet, man.
If I would like my royalties if I see.
I mean, technically, you saying that and it being live, like you've got copyright.
Ooh.
So if we see something out there and we can prove that they saw this. Excuse me. It wasn't glass, I promise.
It wasn't glass, I promise.
Yeah.
Glass 2022. But yes. Oh, that'd be fun. But yes. Walking Dead.
I mean, basically like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen versus zombies.
I'm super down. Yes. But more. But yeah. So yes. Princess gets on the radio. She calls Mercer. Mercer then puts on his cool
Princess full princess gear again.
Yep. And Mercer's trying to put on his cool suave voice and be like, yeah, I can get y'all to the city. and she's like, cool, where at? And then he tells him which tunnel to go to. Oh, thank you, Dylan. I wasn't dying, but it was getting there. He tells them exactly where to go. Everybody gets up in there. They kind of like, they piling up. And they just kind of wait. And then he gets called to Dylan's eating pie. And they get called. Mercer gets called to go to the front lines, well, to the gates. He's up there. He's like, whoa, there's a lot of these. What's really going on? Where did this horde come from? And at this exact moment, Pamela hears that folks have been pulled away from a Tunnel H.
Yep, Tunnel H.
And
I'm sure Mercer's got his reasons.
And she's like, cool, that's all I've been waiting on.
Yep.
Go arrest Mercer.
Yep, I was like, cause I was watching it with my daughters, and as soon as they came out into the station, I was like, oh, it's empty. Are they going to get somebody? And I was like, oh, wait. Yep. It's like, because I was like, oh, out front we've got some no names and one guy we just started caring about again.
Yep.
So he's about to get a shot. Sure enough.
Bar shows up out of nowhere. It's a trap. And so the firefight in the train station, which they were losing because they did not have the high ground. Just a lot of stuff.
Right.
It got bad, and then everybody started like pop, 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 trying to really shoot. Then Pamela's like, "Oh snap! A dude got shot next to me. That could have been me."
She's like so into it. She's just like picking up the gun. I was like, "Why is she even there? Like in the building to begin with?"
Because she wanted to see the faces of the people who were trying to coup her.
Right. They couldn't have like that 10 seconds in there of like, I'll take care of it. Pamela, no, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Or something. You know what I mean? Like.
And then she picked up the gun, picked up these goddamn Gears of War looking guns.
Otherwise, she just walks up like, oh, there's a firefight. What's going on? It's like, come on.
My turn. Like,
I mean, we know she's proficient with a gun and hunting and everything. So, I mean, that's fine. But, like, I don't know. With everything going on, she just wants to be there.
For that part, yes. But for the next part of, like, who she was aiming for Maggie. And there's a reason that she was aiming for Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got history.
They got history. She's like...
Except Maggie was like on the other side. She wasn't even really near Judith. It was like that corner that Daryl and Judith were hanging out behind.
Yeah.
So like if that's the case, she missed hardcore.
And then
she got that big gun and gives a little kick. And she was like, oh, that's a child.
Judith was like, let me save you. Bullet! My plot armor has gone.
Right.
And
she gave it away.
Yeah, she did.
She gave it to RJ.
Yep, she passed the hat on to RJ as Carl passed the hat on. Did Carl pass the hat on to her? Yeah, he did. No, it was given to her after his death. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. And grown man Judith was like, Pamela was like, yo, you want to be a grown man? Cool, that's fine. Papa! That's what happens to grown men around here. That's what happens. Pamela, this is my house. Don't you talk about my wife.
Keep her name out of your mouth.
The other dudes just start throwing out random gang signs. It's like, what is happening? But after Judith got shot, everybody kind of fell silent for a moment. They all looked, and it was like, oh, everybody up there got to die. And sure enough, everybody up there started getting blasted.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. As soon as you saw Maggie's face and Carol's face, I was like, uh-oh, A-Team's stepping out of the dark here. This is like, boom, 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 boom. They start taking people out left and right.
Daryl from the past appears with an RPG again. So, yeah, it was, a lot.
Blew up those motorcycles.
And, yeah, Pamela was like, she fell back. She was like, oh, crap, this isn't what I wanted. I was trying to shoot an adult woman, not a child. That exact sound was just going through her head. It's,
But Pamela, sin will take you too far.
Yeah.
Take you further than you want to go.
Too far, man.
You got to make way for the momentum.
Yep. She went back to her office, just sitting there, it's like, they gonna come for me. I know they are. And then while her new Mercer, I never did catch her name.
I forgot.
Yep.
I think it was in the captions, but
Okay.
I missed it.
But she was up there like, Pamela, listen, Pamela, snap out of it.
Thousands of people are gonna die.
They are breaching the walls. That's impossible. How they gonna breach the walls? Because they can climb. At that exact same time, in my mind, Pamela and Negan both said, "What the fuck?"
Straight up, Negan saw that and he's like, "What the fuck?" That was like the most Negan moment when that Walker climbed up the back of that truck.
So,
oh man!
now everybody's freaking out. She's just like, block off all the streets. I don't care who's there, just block them all off. And so Daryl and the gang have gone through situations where they are getting blocked off by vehicles before, and Negan's like, I done seen this one before, y'all. They just kept running, kept getting blocked off, and like, oh, they're not coming for us. What are they doing? And sure enough, they see hordes of walkers then piling over the walls, and we're like, oh, it's about to get real bad.
Oh yeah.
And Daryl darts off, trying to... They reunite with Eugene, by the way. Eugene steps up and beats a man to death.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because dude tried to come into his house and he just hid behind the door and just like just good. I mean, Goldberg the dude. I mean, just like speared him. And I was like, damn, Eugene, like done had enough.
Eugene pulled his man's helmet off and was like, stay down.
He beat that man with a flashlight. Oh, bruh.
Are you going to stay down? Dude go, he goes, oh, a zombie.
Oh, no. So, yeah, then apparently Eugene's like, time to go incognito, and he gets in all black and gets the gun and everything. And apparently knows, I guess maybe... Well, did Max tell him? Because Max was there with him. So apparently Max told him where they were coming in through the Tunnel H and went to let them out, I guess. I don't know, or meet them there.
So, yeah, group reunited. They see Eugene cosplaying as a ninja.
Good.
Yeah. It does. And then, yeah, Daryl carrying Judith and... everybody holding off walkers as he slips down an alleyway.
Yeah, just enough for Daryl to get through with Judith. So I mean, we know from the teaser for next week that he's headed to a hospital and he walks in. Somebody help me out. But one of the scenes is Daryl looks like knocked out on the floor with a trooper next to him. So I mean, we know Daryl's got the plot armor. But everybody else is in that little alley blocked off. You've got Carol, you've got Negan, you've got Maggie.
Yeah.
And the only ones we know are making it out is Negan and Maggie.
Yeah.
So technically everybody else could be lunch meat.
Yeah.
Like Lydia.
Like, oh my God, I forgot about Lydia. I forgot. Lydia, yeah, as they're well before the horde gets to the wall. Aaron, Jerry.
If there was anybody to be left with, other than like, well, I was about to say other than like, Carol and Maggie and Dirk.
Other than everybody else was there.
I mean, of the B team, they're like kings of the B team.
Yeah, they're B plus.
Yeah, they are. They are.
So they up there like everybody going through.
I think I left the stove on. The caption said thinking instead of whispering. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Those whispers, they were weird. Yeah, because it was like, hold on. Because now, once again, Dylan, I'm like, are they talking? Who's talking?
Well, in the captions, it did say their names, like Jerry and Aaron and Lydia.
Okay.
Like, they were talking. It was them. But it did say thinking. Like, it said they were thinking, which I think is just a mess up. Obviously, because they could hear each other. Yeah. Unless they've got telepathy now. You know, everybody's getting upgrades.
Everybody's getting upgrades. But they then see... So, there were a lot of callbacks in this episode, kind of. Mm-hmm. The first of which that I like really noticed was there's always going to be zombies in an RV. They got up in an RV.
Yeah. I wonder if that was Dale's RV that they repurposed, because they've done that before.
Yeah, it could have been. I hope it was. That would have been nice. Mm-hmm. We've come a long way. And so yeah, they got up in there. Everybody's trying to like slowly slip in and everything. But
the wave. Whoa.
She's just like, I have to keep walking.
Right. I mean, at some point where they're just like, oh no, ah! It's like, bruh, that's how Carl lost his eye. Like, like you can't just make noises and get away with it. You know? It's like that dude bit Lydia's arm and the horde didn't go like, shark bait, ooh ah, you know what I mean?
I mean, for a moment they did. Like when the camera was panning up, you see like a small group of them just kind of like beating at the thing. But then eventually they leave, and that's how Jerry is able to. I'll be back. So
after he,
yeah, after they lopped off Lydia's arm, like Lydia,
man. But that moment with Aaron, where he was just like, "You're gonna be okay. It happened to me, and I'm okay. You know, you are so loved." It's like, oh man, because did you watch Tales?
No, not yet. I still haven't watched
that episode with Lydia and Alpha. Like, you just really start to understand just how fucked up Lydia is, and why we don't see more of her just like coming unhinged or just trying to hold her shit together. Like, that girl has so much trauma. So much trauma. Okay. Just living with Alpha. Okay. Just living with Alpha. And so it's a miracle that girl's even like walking and talking and not just murdering people in their sleep.
Murder hoboing? Just straight up.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'll need to watch Tales, yeah.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, that's
there's some of it, but most of them are good. Yeah,
that's how anthologies work. Yeah, I understand. But a prequel anthology is always So yeah, Lydia lost her arm. She's there, armless, fresh blood out that thing. She cannot leave that RV.
I mean, it's a bad day for second generation.
Yeah, it's not a good thing at all.
Everybody's trying to get them to the hospital.
Everybody. Oh, we glossed over a very kind of semi-large fact. They found the rest of the kids. Remember they couldn't find the kids at the end of the last episode?
Well, they were still trying to find Coco and them.
They were still,
and the guy, because Rosita asked what's his face that took Max hostage during the in the beginning of the season. That guy, I can't remember his name is, but first guy to get shot in the station.
Was his name Josh?
No, that wasn't it. I would remember. That's my first name.
Yes. But
anyway, that guy said that he kind of had an idea of like where they send people like that, but he didn't know for sure is what it sounded like. Okay. But then Gabe was like, we're going to find her. And she's like, is that your faith talking? And he's like, my faith in you, babe. And winked his one eye. And
are you blinking or winking?
Shout out to the YouTuber that's One Eye Bry that covers The Walking Dead. That's what he says in its intros. You don't know if I'm winking or blinking.
Oh. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, how big is this horde? I mean, are they going to be able to even get out of the camper or the RV in any realistic time frame before she bleeds out? Or is Aaron gonna have to figure out how to light a fire and sear it or something? Yeah. I mean, they're in an RV. There could be kerosene or something like that where you can light a flame.
Could be, and it'd be very easy to do. So I hope they can get out and make it, but we'll see.
Or they are setting up second generation, the future of The Walking Dead, and Aaron is about to die and pass on his gauntlets, his accessories.
Oh, man.
Because visually, Aaron has taken over the role of comic book Rick. So, are we going to see Aaron's death in the final episode?
I hope not.
Like we saw Rick.
I really hope not. I'll be honest, just because I feel like if we know they're doing other things with The Walking Dead, but I really feel like Aaron can be the Nick Fury, lack of a better word, lack of a better phrase, term, whichever you want to call it.
Travels around,
touches
base with everybody.
Yeah.
Unless they're doing that with Darrow because he's on his bike and it's like, The Walking Dead versus Ride.
Yeah. So, but I would really like to see. I would like it to be Aaron. If it is Daryl, that's cool. It could be both.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because that's what Aaron did before, back in the day. That's what he's good at.
Yeah. And it's been proven in more than one case. Like there was a whole, like in part C of what season was that? 2 seasons ago?
Actually, it was you're talking about at the end of season 10 where they tacked on the 2 episodes where he was out with Gabe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that alone was like interesting of itself, and seeing that with like the other characters in this universe and these various other and unique places.
Yeah, he's always kept a level head. Well, I say always. He had his moment.
Yeah,
he went off the rails a little bit, but for the most part, he's kept a level head. Even though we did get a call back to Eric with Lydia, like last episode, the episode before. So could be seeing like the wrapping up of Aaron's character.
That sucks. Oh well. If it happens, it happens. I understand. But
Hope not.
Hope not.
Cause yeah, he's somebody I would love to see a spinoff of him and Gabe, just out there doing the thing. You know?
Which would be fun.
Or him and Lydia, just like the one-armed duo. I mean, just going at it with mace 4 hands.
Mace and 4. Lydia, get on my shoulders. Why? Just trust me, it'll work.
Like, they I don't know. If I indulged myself with like anime ideas, there could be some really cool attachments that they could
super attachments
work with, and Wonder Twin powers.
Yep. That would be really. Oh, I kind of want that now. They're just like in a trench coat with 2 maces.
They're 2 people in a trench coat.
But yeah, it could be seeing the end of that. I don't think we're seeing the end of Jerry. I think we'll see Jerry.
Yeah, with the setup, with the new location.
The new kingdom.
So does that mean...
Oh, frick, Ezekiel's finna die.
Yeah? Does that mean Ezekiel's out of the picture? If we're setting up second generation...
The other callback was Ezekiel's callback and him doing the thing of like different timeline again. He's like, I should have been gone a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then all that is like, yep, try to kill me there, try to kill me there, try to kill me there. Cancer tried to kill me. At this point. So.
No. No. Like, okay, so there for a while. it was, oh, who's our moral compass? They're the one that's gonna die, and we held on because we had Herschel and we had Glenn, but do we freeze up on screen here? I don't know if we froze up literally, or yeah,
Okay.
froze up on our end. But anyways, anytime somebody tried to rear their head as a moral compass, the writers were like, oh, we're on to the audience that are on to us, so we're not gonna do that anymore. But you've got to have the heart of the show, otherwise it just gets really dark and really hard to watch really fast, really depressing. So I guess Judith is doing that right now with the little intros. But Ezekiel was that for a while, and then Ezekiel, the kingdom fell. We didn't really. Ezekiel just kind of like stepped into the background, and was shelved for a little while. So, for him to step back up, like I would love to see it, but like you said, I mean,
It's too many coincidences.
too many coincidences.
Yeah,
We're about to start seeing people die left and right.
Yeah. That's honestly. That's
Or
what I
nobody's gonna die.
thought. Or nobody's gonna die.
It could go either way at this point.
So, yeah, I would like to see some of the characters come back. I would like. Oh, right, the other callback, but it hasn't happened yet. And the only reason I say it was here because it was like the teaser at the end of the episode. And you've already said it. Daryl taking Judith to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So
another callback to Beth.
yes, but also in my head brain was like, if Rick was here, this would have been Rick doing that. And then the series would have ended where it started.
With Rick in the hospital.
With Rick in the hospital.
Yeah.
So
Surely Rick's not in that hospital. Though. I mean, they've been there for a year.
he just walks up. I was in this other room. It was not also in the blueprints.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. That Yumiko's brother was just like, oh yeah, we got old Bob over here. We don't know who he is. He's flown in. Oh my gosh! And we even got the mention of Michonne and where she's at. Oh, she's been gone for a long time.
Yep.
I mean, so like, if Rick's in that hospital, like, where's Michonne? Like, what unit did she jump in with? And she just went off someplace. She's going in the wrong direction. If that's the case.
Curiosity. When do you think the Michonne Rick show will take place?
Honestly don't know because they haven't even started filming it. Like, I mean, as far as we know, I mean, so Black Panther is obviously, okay. Just caught me off guard. So, I mean, Okoye is Denai Guerrera's character from Black Panther, which premieres this weekend. And Okoye is supposed to be getting her own show, which there are no details or dates out yet. So we don't know when that's going to film versus when they're going to do this. Versus whatever else Denai Guerrera goes into, because that woman is a renaissance woman. She does everything. And she is busy, whether it be stage or play or film or whatever. Or writing, who knows. So at this point, who knows? I mean, Andrew Lincoln was in town a few months back. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And he was either meeting with Marvel or shooting scenes for The Walking Dead. But either way, was visiting Norman Reedus and some other folks. So they could have filmed a scene, like a teaser or something. Denai Guerrera, is on. She lives on the East Coast, so that she could pop in at any time. We might get a teaser.
Hear me out. I don't think they will, because I know I don't think they will. We'll just do with that. The kind of Deus Ex Machina that said just a smidge. Everybody's getting like gotten to a point like it's to a point where they've been fighting this horde all day because they've taken the city. Daryl
and Rick's regiment shows up.
Helicopter. Everybody's there. It's like, this is our last stand. Let's go. A couple characters have already died. We are just gonna just give it while we can. And rope comes down. Shing, whoosh. And then it's Michonne, and then Rick comes behind her. Because the idea is
that they found each other, and he already knows.
They found each other, and the Rick Michonne show is them finding each other while they were away, and then them
like
coming,
how they got to that point,
and then them coming back.
Interesting. Okay. That would be fun. But yeah, that is some Deus Ex Machina stuff there.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, she got a lightsaber, but
she had a lightsaber. That's it. Aliens did it. So, because I mean because even still with like a 6-episode series of that, they could do 1, 2, 3. 3 is them coming, saving in, then the last 3 is things after that that wrap up whatever story that might be, and they can time skip however they need to because shows do that nowadays.
Yeah. Could you? I mean, excuse me. Just to have when Judith wakes up in the hospital for her mom and dad to be there.
She'll be done. She'll be like, "Oh, I died." That's
great. I died.
that's great.
Am I dead? And you were there, and you were there, and RJ. I'm not sure if you're even real or not. But you remember that hot minute?
He's just waving, disappears.
The hat with him.
Wait, where's my hat?
And it's like Force Ghosts of Carl and Shane and Lori. Oh, man.
Wow.
Dale.
And Dale.
Oh, boy. In the RV. They all climb in the RV and go off like it's Spaceballs.
Yep. Yeah, no, like, they're being very, like, Michonne wake up, like, being very sweet to her and checks her sword. You haven't been sharpening this. Yeah.
Did you notice when she put that thing on how tiny it was? I was like, how old is she now?
Yeah,
she was 12 with this time skip.
So she is,
yeah,
they could have loosened it a little bit. I felt like, dang, they could loosen that for her. Mm-hmm. All right, that's fine.
I mean, the length of it, though, too. Yeah. Just like how much bigger she's gotten.
It needs to be reforged.
But she's still 100% proportional to what she was when she was 12. She's just like just bigger.
Yeah.
So it's like she just turned into a giant. She's like, I don't know. Gulliver's Travels over here.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the length of, like, the blade itself is supposed to be the length of your arm, and that it's definitely not.
She put the thing out like a toothpick. Like, I got it. And then that gun, she was like, she's supposed to be really good with a gun, right? And she has been, but she's like, holding it like, I'm like, girl, get your finger off the end of the barrel.
Finger gone. But yeah, so
at least she didn't have her hand like on the trigger, like so many times you see people just like
playing with the trigger. Yeah,
like you got no trigger discipline.
So I hope this last episode, the end of this long and strange journey, ends very well. Mm-hmm. It's a 50-50 shot of any finale of any show, because finales,
man, they're hit and miss.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing like Dexter and coming back in 5 years trying to fix it.
Trying to fix your own
we heard you. Okay.
We're back. So, yeah.
Be like a one-off episode on the Daryl show that's still going for some reason. That's such a feather in their hat. It's like, we created this character for the show. It's so popular. It got its own show.
Thank you.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't love Daryl Dixon and Norman Reedus has killed it, but I'm just saying that's like such a testament to how well the show has done.
Yep. I was gonna make a Lost joke about the finale, but I couldn't bring myself to.
Yeah, Lost was
Yeah. So.
another show that I was very loyal to, and that actually paved the way for things like this that we're doing. Of course, there was no YouTube at the time that I was aware of, and it was 2006, something like that.
We had vlogs, but
I mean, podcasts were just becoming a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the show's creators would come on every week and answer, questions and stuff like this. So it was like the first, like the really big push of like actual like show feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas before it just went out there and you never really heard other than like on talk shows or Good Morning America or whatever.
So I was gonna also make a Game of Thrones joke, but I could not bring myself to do that.
Yeah. Another one.
Supernatural ended well. That was fine.
I didn't watch it. I've never seen a single episode of Supernatural.
So Arrow also ended very well. It was super sad.
I've seen like the first several episodes of Arrow.
Yeah.
And then I stopped it and I was like, I bet my son would want to watch this with me. And then he didn't. So I was like, oh, whoops.
What did he say? 7 years later.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, I'll just go back and watch it. What? 25 episodes per season? No, thank you.
All an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was a lot. Good TV though. Yeah. I mean, Smallville ended well. I'm trying to think what else ended well.
That's another one I intermittently watched, but not all the way through.
What
I
else?
rarely watch a show just like beginning to end.
Beginning to end.
After Lost, I started doing it more. Like, of course, there was Lost, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead. Well, okay, so The Walking Dead, I started in season 2 is when I got into it. Of course, season 1 was like, I think like 6 or 9 episodes or something like that. Yeah. So it was really easy to catch up, And of course, the whole Frank Darabont thing where they kind of got stuck with funding at the farm, which ended up being. It got, like, some people complained it got real soap opera-y, but I thought it actually made them kind of push character development more because they didn't have much budget to work with. You know?
It was essentially just a bottle season. But, like, every episode was a bottle episode, so you had no choice but to flush out everything you had there.
Yeah, but it worked really well because it got the fans talking about it. And I had friends that were like, you have to watch this show. And so I was like, okay.
I've been here with The Walking Dead since episode 1, but completely by accident.
Yeah?
I thought...
Took a little break and come back or something?
I thought it was a movie.
Why is this movie in 6 parts? It's like Netflix or something?
Yeah, I thought like it was an AMC movie. I kept seeing like it being promoted. It was a zombie movie, and I was like, all right, sure, I'll give it a chance. And I was watching it, and I was like, what? What do you mean next week? All right. And so I just
guess I'll be back.
So I just kept watching it, and I was like, okay, I'm here, I guess. Here we go.
Nice.
So
very nice.
Yeah. But we've hit our normal time. So
yeah, we could just reminisce like the ins and outs of where we've been with this show. I started in 2016 doing this show. The Broken Dead with my girlfriend at the time who that's another story who's no longer here with us. We'll just say that. But you could go back and watch, like, we almost gave up on this show. We actually kind of came back and made it happen. Gave up on it for a little bit, but I think The Walking Dead is what pulled me back in, because like we quit the FOMO show I did anyway. I quit completely. Gave up. And then of course Westworld.
Oh yeah, Westworld.
Our Westworld coverage, like we
didn't realize we were shooting the last season of the Westworld.
Man, Westworld just got canceled like out of the blue. It's supposed to be 5 seasons long. But freaking what is it? The Ladybug show on Netflix has like several seasons.
Ladybug show.
Yeah, it's like this superhero that's a ladybug.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's like everybody loves to hate it. Like those shows, apparently they can fund those, but you can't do another season of Westworld.
Westworld makes you think too much,
HBO
apparently.
HBO's shooting itself in the foot right now.
Yeah.
But the only best thing that they've done right now is hire James Gunn.
Yeah.
And bring Superman back.
Yeah. They have a lot of things that I think there's a lot of things I think he can do. I hope that one rumor is not true as well, agreeing with Andrew, that he was in talks to the head of DC and Marvel to bring them together in the movie verse. They always
I would see a one-off. I could see them doing a one-off.
I could see them doing a one-off with certain characters as well, and maybe even making a cartoon at time. Or them doing like a second,
just a crossover event,
just a
like
crossover event.
The comics,
But then every dude's girlfriend who goes to the movies would be so confused. It'd be like, "Where's Batman? Oh my gosh! I thought you were."
He's actually in this one.
See, I told you he was right there. Why wasn't he in the last one?
Last one we saw everybody. Why?
Jeremy, shut the fuck up. Listen, look, he's right there.
But that's Dark Claw? What? I don't understand.
Oh my gosh, I swear to God.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So,
Yeah, thank you guys. Whoever has watched In and Out this entire time, we've got one more to go. We've got so many people actually watching The Broken Dead, more than watch our Marvel stuff that we do on Thursday nights that we haven't done in a couple weeks because scheduling stuff. But because life. Yeah. But man, I mean, if we just get like an outpouring of if we hit 1,000 views. If we hit 1,000 views on YouTube, we might continue doing Walking Dead coverage. What do you think?
Fine by me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here. Okay. If you stuck around this long, I mean, you were an hour and 13 minutes into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could have fast forwarded to the
very
beginning.
This guy's just rambled. Dear God, I swear.
They just put us on the background. It's like a radio show.
We'll be here, and we'll say weird things and catch you off guard. And then you'll just like drop a knife on your foot.
What?
We will not pay for your medical bills. But yeah.
Ouch.
So yeah, but yeah. Anything else?
That's the agreement. We're not responsible for anything that happens on the other side of that screen.
Yeah, no. Nope. That's what. It's not what she said. I couldn't. There was no way. I was like, no, Quinn. There's no way to make that joke there. What are you doing? Pull it back.
That's what she said, though. Anyway, all right. We've got one more episode, and we might do, if there is like some significant news. Hoping that maybe next week we will have a guest with us. I have not got confirmation yet, but there were talks of having a guest next week for the finale. So, buddy of mine. So we may have that, but oh man, we might after that last episode we may come back if there is significant announcement. If there are significant announcements from the Talking Dead, and we may come back and talk about that. Because they might even announce a new show after that. But next week it's going to be bonkers.
Yeah.
Just bank on it. Count on it. It's going to be bonkers. See you then.
Yep.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
So we will talk. We'll see you next time.
The end of this 11-year journey. Technically 12-year journey because this got broken up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is basically just like 3 little seasons.
Yeah.
Little pig, little pig.
Let me in.
What the fuck? Anyways, we hope to see you live next week, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time-ish. And it'll be next Sunday. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we drop new videos, when we go live, and all that fun stuff. And don't forget to check out the website at www.broken.pictures.com. And we will see you next time. Get yourself a grown man, Judith Earth. She is potentially on her deathbed. You owe her that much. Go to her website and get that shirt.
Yep, go get the shirt.
While you still can. All right. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Quin.
Yep, and peace. Yes.
And goodbye.